What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of We Everywhere, Baby, Couch Quickies.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do today?
Today, we're going to talk about Cheeps.
That's right. So that is Nadia on the mic over there talking about Cheeps.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
And of course, I'm your host, Omar. Thanks for joining us. So we went back into our little bag for the new year of
Topics,
right? And we say, okay, what do we want to do that we never got to, right? Because we just switched to holidays. Remember, we're like, okay, now we're doing scary, creepy Halloween stuff, and now we're doing Christmassy stuff. So we went back to basics, and just like Nadia said, we're doing chips.
Yeah.
So
all things chips. Should I just start the clock?
Yeah, let's start the clock.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
Okay. We will eventually start this clock, I promise you.
And go. Okay, here. I have a little did you know?
Hit me with some chip facts.
Information. So I was like, who invented the chip? Where did this come from? Where did this great, glorious, wonderful, one of my favorite snacks ever.
Okay.
Like chips and potato and fries.
Right.
Those are like my two go-to snacks.
Okay.
Which is terrible, apparently. I mean, I knew that. I knew that already. But I didn't know the depths of it. So anyways,
okay.
So I read a few articles. There's a few stories floating around, and I'll read it to you. But then there was another story that said, oh, yeah, this is the story that's going around, but it's not true.
Okay, so you're just...
So... we don't
how
really...
many stories are you going to give me?
Just one.
Okay.
It's the main one.
It's the main one.
It's the main story that everybody knows and believes.
Okay, it's the one everyone agrees upon.
Mostly,
right.
Except for this other guy that was like, bah, that's not true.
Okay, all right, let's go.
We'll never know the origins. That's what he said. Okay, so according to most of the articles I read, the potato chip was invented in 1853 by George Crumb, which Crumb was half Native American and half African American. And he was a cook at the Moon Lake Lodge Resort in Saratoga Springs, New York. So basically, as the story goes, is that he was a cook. I'm not sure if he was a cook or chef. Either way, he was there at the restaurant. And Commodore, I think Vanderbilt, I forgot to write that down, but some famous Commodore came in.
Okay.
Ordered food, and he wanted French fries. So he sent out the food. And he sent it back and said that the fries were too thick. He didn't like a thick cut potato fry fry.
Got you.
So he was upset. The chef or cook was upset, George Crumb. So he chopped them up real thin and deep fried them. But he was doing it as... allegedly was doing it as oh yeah, I'll show you. Look at these little crusty, crispy. Like, this isn't going to be good. And he did it like in spite, chopped them up real thin, deep fried them, sent them, on their way, and he loved them. And then other people that tried them were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then supposedly that's where it all began, and 1853. So the chip is old.
And this is the potato chip.
This is the potato chip. I did not look up the origins of the tortilla chip.
So I looked up the origins of the tortilla chip.
Oh, look at that.
Because I was like, okay, I know we're going to talk about chips.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when people say chips, does your brain normally go to potato? Like, it's like, yeah, you want a bag of chips? And you're like...
No, it goes to either.
Like Doritos, right?
Either or, because I just love chips. Just give me a crunchy chip. Right. I love both. I love Doritos.
Well, we can keep going. But anyway, I looked up here's how it goes. So this is kind of, again... the one that everyone agrees
allegedly
upon, right? Well, it's not really allegedly. Like it's kind of just fact. But it basically says that there was a lady named Rebecca Webb Carranza.
Oh, Carranza.
La Carranza. And they were like, "Hey, Miss Carranza, what year is it?" She's like, "It's 1940." In the 40s, so they had like a deli and a tortilla, factory, if you will, in LA.
Okay.
So she, instead of getting rid of all the like tortilla scraps or extra tortillas that they had, they would she decided to cut them up, fry them up, and then that's it. Literally, that's the story.
Oh,
she decided that she was going to go ahead and do that,
Take
and
the
she
scraps.
started. Yeah. And then she started selling them for 10 cents, like a bag.
Oh, okay.
And
I was
people
like, each?
No, like each one of these chips is 10 cents
Damn.
in the 40s. No, so that's what she started doing, and out of LA. So that's basically
That's cool.
like,
They came
the
out of
origin.
LA in 1940. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
Now,
were.
it's the thing is because there's my dad called chips totopos,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it's like that's like it's a Mexican thing,
Mm-hmm.
and totopos are basically now if you go to Mexico and you ask for totopos, they're gonna give you chips. They're gonna give you tortilla chips.
Uh-huh.
Right? You're gonna basically get a tortilla chip.
Uh-huh.
But like totopos are more of like an original name, like from like an indigenous kind of chip, if you will. So that's what my dad always called them, totopos. And I was always like, what is it? Does that that must be. But then when I finally would talk to my cousins in Mexico who are, now like city kids, they're like, oh, chips.
Yeah, cheese.
It's like, okay, tortillas, chips. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, in England, they call chips crisps.
Yep.
And they call chips potato, like fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's totally reversed over there.
I feel like the good thing with that is like whatever I would say, I would be happy with the results.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if they didn't.
Either
give me what I
or,
wanted,
they're both
right?
good.
If I was like,
Exactly.
yo, let me get some chips, and I was like, these are fries. All right, thanks.
Do you have a preference, tortilla versus potato, or do you like them both?
I like them both.
I know,
like
me
them
too.
both because they're both delicious. No, it's because I have favorites in both categories.
I know. Same.
You know what I mean? I think like when anybody says pick your favorite chip, I'm always like, damn.
I know.
I'm gonna
same.
leave another chip out.
We'll get to favorite chips in a second.
For sure.
But speaking of tortilla chips,
Mhm.
and when I was researching chip facts, there were a lot of questions that were in there saying like, can I eat chips and still lose weight? Can I? Like, there was a lot of those.
Yeah. Sorry. Our healthy 2021
Yeah.
searches.
And what else did it say? Oh, it said, okay, so here's the fact. Like French fries, potato chips are very high in fat, refined carbs, and salt. They've also been associated with weight gain in observational studies. One study even found them to be the food most likely to cause weight gain. Damn it. That sucks.
Here's the problem. How good are you at not finishing a bag of chips?
Well, I mean, what size is the bag?
Fair enough.
Like, there
You never
are a
know.
lot of sizes.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Like, obviously, what would you consider a regular size bag? I think it depends on the chip, honestly.
I feel like a regular, like personal sized chip bag that I find to be decent
Right.
would be if you go to 7-Eleven or something like that and you get those smaller chip sizes, right? Because the one below it, like we would get sometimes.
It's like a lunch.
Yeah,
pail
you
size.
buy the big variety pack
Mhm.
of different mini chips, but they're like yay big. They're so little. Like I need 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's the
satisfied with
worst.
one. I know, which is terrible. So like I think a good solid bag of chips is like that size, which I have no idea what size that
Yeah.
is, but
Yeah, because I'll never it's not like I'll finish a party size bag, but
I mean
no. Well, what do you consider like the big bags of Doritos? That's ridiculous.
that's ridiculous.
but like
I know people who
a
can
normal
throw those
bag,
back.
yeah, 2. Oh my god.
I know. Yep. See Mark raising his hand over there.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, and then
I can fuck up a can of Pringles.
okay, Pringles. Pringles are so funny to me. I love Pringles too. Those are
Ugh,
addicting. They
that's
probably
not
have
good.
MSG in them.
So what? That's the best part.
I
That's what
read that
makes everything good.
Doritos for sure have MSG, which I didn't know. So
but
that's not
MSG's
good.
also in like cheese, just naturally it occurs. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google it. Anyways,
All right. Let's
my
look.
thing about Pringles is that like I feel like they need to make it wider or something. The container. Because I hate when you get to the bottom and you can't reach, and you're just like, and I have a smaller hand than you.
That is like,
and I'm just like, oh, and then you have to
that
like
is an ancient
shake it.
issue.
You have to shake it all the way, and then all the crumbs come rushing out. It's just a problem.
I'm gonna look up here on our search box when Pringles started. 1967. That's when they were introduced.
Okay.
So the can size, I don't think has changed since the 60s.
We have larger hands now, Pringles. We need you to adjust. Okay, and then I saw another fact that said, why are Doritos so addicting?
Okay.
And it says 2 acids, lactic and citric.
Yeah.
Citric. Get the I'm like literally salivating saying this. It must
like,
be mental.
Oh, citric acid. I can't.
Okay, lactic. Why can I say this? Lactic and citric get the saliva flowing, which triggers the impulse to eat. Another ingredient, buttermilk, delivers even more lactic acid. Dorito dust has even more impact if you lick it right from your fingertips without the chip to dilute it. There you go.
That's like written by some like ex-drug addict turned chip reviewer. Like, oh, don't dilute it on the chip. Just lick it straight off your finger, man. Rub it into your gums.
Yeah, this shit's delicious. It's like literally like crack. Now we know it has MSG.
Well, look here. MSG, monosodium glutamate.
Okay.
And it is also known as sodium glutamate. Sodium salt
Glutamate
is the sodium salt of glutamic acid. MSG is found naturally in some foods, including tomatoes and cheese. So pizza is just MSG with MSG with some bread. And that's why it's delicious.
So good. So good. Okay, so should we talk about our favorite chips?
Sure. Because I was looking up chip lists.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because we, if anybody remembers, we got a Universal Yums box.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
So we had a Thanksgiving chip.
Oh, that one was
Remember
good.
It tasted like
that one was
Thanksgiving
good.
dinner?
Yeah, I liked that one. I didn't like the ketchup chips.
Yeah, see, there was ketchup chips in the other box that we didn't do a review of
Yeah.
it, but it literally tasted like ketchup.
It was
weird. I did not like it, but it.
You have to be a fan of ketchup. You have to like ketchup and be a fan, but I am not a big fan of ketchup. I don't really care for the sweetness. I will eat it sometimes if I don't have a dipping sauce, but it is not my favorite go-to condiment. And so the fact that this chip just tasted like pure ketchup, I was just not down.
Man, I keep moving the microphone around because my stomach is growling. I don't know if talking about chips, but I feel like you can hear it on the mic. It's like rah.
Okay.
So I looked up this random list, of course, that just somebody put together. And it was like 10 most popular chips in the world. And I was just kind of weirded out that Cheetos was the number one.
What do you mean? Cheetos are excellent.
But they're not the best.
It was number one.
Yeah.
I mean, but think about there's flaming hot Cheetos, plain Cheetos, Cheeto puffs. Cheetos are delicious.
It was just Cheetos. Like it's not. It doesn't because over
but
here
that
you've got
picture is like
Cool Ranch Doritos. They didn't just say Doritos. They said Cool Ranch Doritos.
Now that we're on the topic of Cool Ranch Doritos,
Mm-hmm.
I used to love Cool Ranch Doritos as a kid.
Hell yeah.
And then I wrote them off for a very long time because I felt like when I was a kid, for some reason, the coverage of seasoning was just, it was good. Okay.
Yeah. Like they
then
really went in.
I feel like they went in. Then somewhere along the way, they started to get bland. And I was just like, what is happening with Doritos Cool Ranch? It's not the same. Yeah. I don't know where the flavor went. Like it was just not up to par. So I wrote them off for a very long time. Then recently, like last month.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
Somebody offered me Cool Ranch Doritos. And I was like, I don't really eat those anymore. And then they were like, just try them. They're really good. And they were like, I used to think that too. Because I explained my story about the lack of coverage of seasoning. And and they were like, I thought that too. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I was like, Oh my God.
Yeah, I
they're
remember.
back. They're good again.
You told me that's the first thing you said when you got home. Guess what?
I was like, Cool Ranch
Cool
is
Ranch
back.
is back.
Yeah, so Cool Ranch, I've been on the Cool Ranch run. And then my other favorite Dorito, which you and Alan got me into, is and now I'm going to say it wrong. Is it sweet and spicy?
It's sweet chili.
Sweet chili.
Yeah,
it's
it comes
the purple
in a purple
bag. Yeah, that's all we know. The purple bag of Doritos.
I think that's the best Dorito.
I think so too.
Of all the Dorito flavors they have, that's the best one. You just had
so
what was the one you just had? The white one? It was like...
It was spicy jack or pepper jack or something like that cheese.
That was all right.
They were okay.
But they
were okay.
The sweet chili's the best. Are so good. But I avoided Cool Ranch for a long time too. Like that they used to be.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And
well, back in the day, it was only that flavor or nacho cheese. They didn't have any other flavors.
And I would always go Cool Ranch over nacho.
Same.
And then I was like, Cool Ranch fell off, and I started going to spicy nacho. Remember when they introduced like spicy nacho cheese?
I think that might have been one of the first new flavors.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is cool.
That one was good.
But the purple bag's the best one.
Tapatio nachos. I mean nachos. The Tapatio Doritos are really good too. Mm-hmm. Those are up there for me. What else? Yeah, I think that's kind of it for Doritos for me. The salsa verde ones are kind of spicy. I don't really like them that much, but those ones are kind of spicy. Kettle Chips.
Okay.
You like Kettle? Are you done with Dorito talk?
No. Yeah, I'm done with Dorito talk.
Okay.
But if we're talking tortilla talk,
okay.
Here's the thing. There is also so Takis. So Takis is a
tortilla.
It's a tortilla chip.
It is. It's rolled.
And we like the one from Trader Joe's, which is better.
Yes.
The Trader Joe's hot. I don't even know what they're called.
There's something rolled. It says something rolled.
But they're basically Takis. We've mentioned them before.
They come in like
that is my other favorite tortilla chip.
Same. Those ones are fire.
It's like a chili lime, just tortilla roll. That rolled up tortilla, fried up.
I'm salivating so bad. So bad. No, really. Yeah, those are up there for me too.
That would be my tortilla chip.
Okay. Ultimate fave.
If I had to pick two.
Yeah.
Because if I had to pick one,
I might pick the same one.
I might go with the purple Dorito.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one. But if I get two, purple Dorito.
Okay.
And then those.
I vote the same. I agree with you. Bang.
Okay. Potato chip.
Okay, Kettle Chips. Do you know about Kettle Chips? Why they're different? How they're made? Because I didn't know this.
I heard because they're made in a kettle.
Stupid. Shit. 17 minutes.
Uh-oh.
We're like 3 minutes.
Quick.
Okay. Okay. The difference between Kettle Chips and standard potato chips is the cooking process. Your basic bag chip is fried in a conveyor belt-like continuous process. Kettle Chips have a pre-industrial pedigree. They're made in batches. Yeah. Dunk a bunch, take them out, dunk a bunch.
Whoa.
More.
That's a lot of dunking.
Because the temperature of the oil drops when a new batch of potatoes is added, the potatoes take slightly longer to cook. This gives the starch in the potatoes time to absorb moisture and dissolve before the potato finishes drying. This results in a thicker and sturdier chip with a caramelized flavor. That is a Kettle Chip. I never knew that.
Amazing. That was the history of Kettle Chips.
And that's history of Kettle Chips. I love Kettle Chips because I love how crunchy and thick they are. Mm-hmm. They are so good.
So, do you remember the first time you had a Kettle Chip?
Nope, I don't.
You see, I've been trying to look it up. So, anyone who's seen Home Alone,
okay, he eats Kettle Chips.
When he's sitting there just like eating all the junk food that first night.
Yeah,
and right behind him, there's a bag of Crunch Taters.
Oh, you always talk about
Crunch
those.
Taters is one of my favorite chips that disappeared. Mm-hmm. And those I believe to be Kettle Chips.
Got it.
See? Oh man, they were so good. Now you can only find like reviews on Amazon. Why is there reviews for a chip that Amazon doesn't sell?
They don't sell them on there?
No.
Well, if they're discontinued,
nobody sells them.
Of course, they'd be really old. Disgusting.
But they were a bag. They had a bag with a alligator on them. Look.
Yeah. I might remember those.
Oh my goodness. They were extra crunchy potato chips. That's how they were marketed. As like, you can't eat these in silence. Someone's going to know that you're eating them because they're so blah, blah, blah. And yeah. And they were so good. And they just disappeared.
Damn.
And I don't know
enough
why.
of that. On to the ones that exist.
I know.
Keep going.
So
you have 1 minute.
So then
less.
I'm just saying, so after that you were like, whatever. And then I started seeing these kettle chips, like Kettle brand. But they only had like the salt and the cracked pepper.
Yeah.
And the cracked pepper ones are really good.
They're all good. I'm good with all of them.
Some of them don't have as much flavor as you want them to.
Do you know which one is my favorite, all-time favorite? But I feel like they sell them in the big bag, but they never do the deals. Like with 2 for whatever.
Right.
They're always like, oh, these ones are special and you have to pay more. They're the Buffalo Blue.
Yeah. Those are good.
Okay, those are like
also
those are up there
for me. Shout out to Tim's chips are really good. Yeah,
I don't know which ones those
It's like a plain kind of white bag. It usually has, I want to say it has a lighthouse or something on it.
I thought those were Cape Cod.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing Cape Cod, but I know that what I mean is Tim's.
Okay,
and I know that the top of the bag at least has red and white stripes.
Okay,
but their salt and vinegar chips are so good.
Our bomb. Okay. Yeah.
Because I like salt and vin.
I do too. I like salt and vin. I love jalapeno. Salt and vin, jalapeno. Let's give a few last shout outs to chips before we have to go.
What are other chips you like?
We're already over 20 minutes.
What was that?
I'm not the biggest Lay's fan.
But Lay's has been coming back.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm ever going to pick a chip, I'd rather pick Kettle Chips or Ruffles. I like a thicker texture.
Yeah.
But Lay's Limon.
Oh yeah, Mark is all about
it. Lay's Limon. Mark and I share a lot of the same chip flavors that we enjoy. So I know if he likes it, I'll probably like it.
Well, Trader Joe's has I sort of we blow Trader Joe's so hard on these shows. But they do have for real, we're forever sucking off Trader Joe's.
I mean, it's so good.
I'm just saying they have that. What is it? The guilt-free. What do they call it? Something like that.
Yeah. They're like slower salt potato chips.
But those, I'm not gonna do that. Mark is trying to give me this. You're fucking gross, bro.
What?
He's like, hey, for the gram, pretend you just suck off the camera. I'm like, I'm not gonna suck off the mic in front of the camera.
And this is our weekly suck off of Trader Joe's.
But anyway, they have a fake Lay's. They have those are
no, but they're more like a Kettle, I feel like.
But that's what makes them even better. Is that they have the flavor of Lay's, but they have a crunch of a Kettle chip.
While we're on the topic of Trader Joe's chips, we've already mentioned we like the Taki knockoffs. Cutoffs.
The Taki cutoffs.
We've tried the truffle ones. Those are not bad, but they're very salty. They're too salty.
I feel like any truffle chip is made with truffle oil.
Right.
Which isn't made with truffles at all.
Yeah.
Like any chef will tell you, fake don't buy truffle taste. Oil. Yeah. So it's like we're eating perfume chips.
Yeah. I don't mind it. It's just too salty. But the other one that I love, it's like a healthier chip, is the quinoa and black bean tortilla chip. Yeah. It's like a tortilla. Those are bomb.
Also the flaxseed.
Yeah, those are
flaxseed and tortilla chips. I like those too.
Yeah, you like those. I don't want to pick it.
You know what? I don't want to pick it. I don't want to pick those. I will say that there's a lot of not fake chips, but new chips, like the bean chips are really good. Some of those quinoa chips, like you're saying, are really good.
Said.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's it's all those rich people that develop gluten allergies and
then they need that. Yeah.
They're pushing the chip game.
Oh, you know what else is really good of the flaming hot variety?
What?
Are the flaming hot Ruffles. Those are fucking fire.
I will eat a bag of flaming hot Funyuns.
Oh, yeah, you like the flaming hot Funyuns. Yeah.
Funyuns is the ultimate onion chip. Not that anyone's ever looking for an onion chip other than Funyuns, but the Maui ones are okay, but nah. Funyuns.
They're like the ultimate stoner chip. Like, only stoners like Funyuns. Regular people don't eat those.
Well, they sell out in Inglewood, so I don't know what that's
Okay, what's your least favorite chip?
My least favorite.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel is a regular yellow bag of Lay's.
Same.
That's my least favorite
Same.
chip. But I will eat that bag if.
Of course.
That's
Still
the
chips.
magic of Lay's. It's weird. Like I
Yeah.
never want them, but
Yeah.
if you give them to me, it's like the last in the pack.
Yeah,
I'll eat it and I'll finish it, but I won't
Same.
enjoy it.
that's my least favorite.
I won't
too.
like it, Dad.
One other notable mention that I feel like used to be a lot better, isn't as good anymore, but still is a good choice, are the Fritos, the twisty ones with the honey barbecue.
The barbecue ones,
Yeah.
they used to have more flavor,
Yeah,
right?
they used to have more flavor.
Now, props to them. That bag never ends.
Yeah.
Like you keep eating chips, you're like, damn, there's a lot of chips.
Yeah,
in
there's
here.
a lot.
That's the only bag that you're like, how many chips are in
Yup.
here?
But they're good. The corn chips. Forgetting
yeah.
about corn chips. Corn chips is a whole nother chip.
Man,
Do you like Fritos?
I
No.
I like Fritos with.
You like
stuff.
the chili cheese
So, Fritos?
Fritos?
I'll take a bag of chili cheese Fritos, sure, but
They're so
Fritos is
salty.
I like Fritos as a dip, like a dip chip.
Yeah.
Like if there's like
Again, Trader Joe's.
Yeah, do you know what I
they're-
mean? Like a nice corn scoop.
Yes.
I'm down.
That's why theirs are good, because they're huge
Yeah.
and they're meant for scooping.
Yeah.
Little shovels.
Scoops. I'm
Just
with it.
Get the dip into my mouth.
That's all. That's all those scoops are. They're,
Yep.
oh my god.
Well, we've gone over.
We have, like always.
I don't think there's anything else more we can say about chips,
we
except that
probably
we
could
go deeper.
No, because then
I'm
it's
sure.
going to go into popcorn.
No.
All right.
We are done with chips.
All right.
I'm madly in love with chips.
All
They're
right.
one of my favorite go-to snacks, but I'll be having to put them down. 2021,
I
less
know.
chips.
Now that we know that we can't
eating
can't
healthier.
lose weight and eat chips every day. Apparently, that's a scientific fact.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the Couch Quickies. As always, I'm Omar, and you can find me on Instagram at OMRVLZ.
And I'm Nadia. Catch me at Nadia Moham Official and We Everywhere Baby Podcast.
And on our YouTube,
Are we
definitely you can go
YouTube
ahead and find that on. We just look for We Everywhere Baby, and go ahead and like, subscribe, and rate us on everything that you listen to us, please.
Please.
It really helps us out. And have a good week.
Yep.
Bye.
See you later.